Imagine a world where sunlight never shines, where pressure is so crushing it could collapse a human submarine, and where creatures exist that seem more like monsters from nightmares than living beings. This world is real. It's not on another planet or in a science fiction movie. It's right here on Earth, hidden beneath the ocean's surface. Tonight, we're diving into the abyss, the mysterious depths of the ocean, to uncover some of the strangest, creepiest, and most unbelievable creatures ever discovered. From transparent fish with see-through skulls, to squids with hooks like monsters from legend. Prepare yourself, because the deep sea is stranger than anything we could ever imagine. Before we meet these creatures, let's set the scene. The ocean covers more than 70% of our planet, yet we've only explored about 20% of it. That means the majority of Earth's largest habitat remains uncharted, an alien world hiding in plain sight. At the very bottom lies the Hadal Zone. Deeper than Mount Everest is tall. Down here, sunlight cannot reach. Temperatures hover near freezing. The pressure is like having 50 jumbo jets sitting on your back. Yet, life exists here. And not just life that has adapted in the strangest, most shocking ways imaginable. So what exactly lurks in the black waters of the deep sea? Let's start with one of its most terrifying predators. Meet the anglerfish. It looks like something from a horror film. A gaping mouth filled with needle-like teeth, a body shaped for ambush, and a glowing lure dangling from its head like a fishing rod. The light is called a bioluminescent lure, created by bacteria living in the fish's body. In the eternal darkness of the deep, prey are drawn to this small glowing beacon, only to be swallowed whole in a sudden snap. But the anglerfish hides an even stranger secret. The males of the species are tiny, fragile creatures. When they find a female, they bite into her body and never let go. Over time, their bodies fuse together, their organs dissolve, until all that's left is a pair of testicles feeding the female eggs and sperm. One monstrous fish, carrying a tiny parasite mate, forever attached. The anglerfish isn't just terrifying, it's one of the strangest love stories in nature. Deeper still, another bizarre predator lurks, the gulper eel. Imagine a snake-like creature, but with a mouth so enormous, it can expand like a balloon. This terrifying eel doesn't just catch fish its own size. It can swallow prey larger than itself whole. Its oversized jaws act like a net, scooping up whatever unlucky animal drifts past. In the crushing dark, you don't get many chances to eat. So the gulper eel evolved to eat big or starve. What makes it even creepier? When threatened, its giant mouth can inflate like a balloon, making it look like some alien monster floating in the abyss. For centuries, sailors told stories of sea monsters that could pull entire ships beneath the waves. They called it the Kraken, and for centuries, scientists thought it was just a myth. But in the year 2012, that myth became reality. Cameras finally captured the first footage of a giant squid alive in its natural habitat, up to 40 feet long, with eyes the size of dinner plates, the largest eyes of any animal on Earth. The giant squid is a true deep-sea titan. Its eyes are so massive that they can detect even the faintest light in the pitch blackness. Imagine looking into the dark and seeing something moving, a shadow, and then, out of nowhere, 10 arms, lined with suckers, reaching out. The Kraken was never a myth. It was real, waiting in the abyss. Next, we meet a creature with a name straight out of horror, the vampire squid. With blood-red eyes, cloak-like arms, and a body that glows with bioluminescent lights, it looks like a phantom drifting through the water. But despite its name, it's not a predator. Instead of drinking blood, the vampire squid feeds on marine snow, a polite term for dead matter and waste falling from above. When threatened, it inverts its cloak-like arms, showing spiny projections that make it look terrifying, even if it's harmless. It's a living contradiction, named for horror, shaped like a demon, but feeding like a scavenger. If the ocean has monsters, the goblin shark is one of the strangest. Known as a living fossil, it has survived for over 100 million years. Its pink, slimy skin and long, flattened snout already look alien. But the strangest feature is its jaws. When hunting, the goblin shark's jaws shoot forward like a spring-loaded trap, snatching prey with horrifying speed. Watching it is like seeing something out of a horror film. A mouth that doesn't just open, it launches outward, like an alien creature latching onto its victim. In the midnight zone lives a true terror, the dragonfish. With a long, slender body and needle-sharp teeth, it looks like something that belongs in nightmares. But what makes it unique is its power of light. Unlike most deep-sea animals, which glow blue or green, the dragonfish can produce red light, a wavelength invisible to most prey. This means it can hunt in complete darkness, seeing its victims without being seen itself. Imagine being hunted by a predator you can't even detect. That is the power of the dragonfish. Perhaps the strangest creature of all is the barreleye fish. At first glance, it looks like a small, ordinary fish. But then you notice, its head is completely transparent. Inside the see-through dome, its brain and eyes are visible, glowing green in the dark. And those eyes? They don't just face forward. They can rotate, scanning upwards through the dome to spot prey silhouetted above. It's like looking at a fish wearing a glass bubble helmet, except the helmet is part of its body. Some deep-sea creatures thrive in death. Enter the zombie worm, also called OZX. These strange, red-tentacled worms live on the bones of dead whales. They don't have mouths or stomachs. Instead, they release acid to dissolve the bone, letting bacteria inside their bodies digest it for them. And the strangest part? The males live inside the female's tiny, microscopic males that never leave, existing only to fertilize her eggs. Life in the deep isn't just strange, it's gruesome. Not everything in the deep is terrifying. Meet the Dumbo octopus, named after Disney's flying elephant. With large ear-like fins that flap like wings, it looks almost cartoonish. But don't let its cuteness fool you. This octopus survives more than 3,000 meters below the surface, in freezing darkness, under unimaginable pressure. It may look adorable, but it's one of the toughest creatures on Earth. Imagine swimming in the dark and seeing a serpent-like body slithering through the water. You might have met the frilled shark. With a mouth containing over 300 backward-facing teeth, it resembles a prehistoric monster. This shark is so ancient, it has barely changed in 80 million years. If a dragon ever lived in the ocean, this might be the closest thing we have. Perhaps the most famous deep-sea creature is the blobfish, voted the world's ugliest animal. On land, it looks like a sad, squishy blob with drooping features. But here's the truth. In its natural deep-sea home, the blobfish looks perfectly normal. It only transforms into a gelatinous blob when brought to the surface, where the lack of pressure causes its body to collapse. So the blobfish isn't really ugly. It is just a victim of being taken out of its world. If the giant squid is terrifying, the colossal squid is even worse. Heavier, bulkier, and armed with rotating hooks on its tentacles, this predator is built for battle. Found in the cold waters of Antarctica, it remains one of the least understood animals on Earth. But what we do know is chilling. Colossal squids are larger than giant squids in mass. And they're still out there, hunting in the dark waters we've barely explored. For every strange creature we've seen tonight, there may be hundreds more waiting in the dark. The deep sea is so unexplored, so alien, that some scientists believe the strangest creatures on Earth haven't even been discovered yet. If the barreleye fish, the goblin shark, and the colossal squid exist, then what else might be hiding in the abyss? Perhaps the next monster of legend still waits for us, in the shadows where no human has ever gone. The deep sea is a reminder of how little we truly know about our planet. It's not just Earth's final frontier, It's a mirror of our curiosity, fear, and wonder. Which of these creatures shocked you the most? Comment below and let me know which ocean mystery you want me to explore next. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Creature Clips, and join me again as we dive into more of the strange, the terrifying, and the unknown.